Oh. Slide it in.
God,
just slide it in.
slick. Is it the slickest podcast in the game? Is that what everybody's listening to right now when they hear this?
Might be.
I still got to email the lyrics.
Nerd podcast.
Eddie, we're number 38 now.
Woo!
We're number 30 fucking 8.
38, baby.
Who else?
Nerd podcast.
Who comes close?
The 38th ranked nerd podcast on whatever that podcast app is.
Good Pods.
Good Pod. On Good Pods. Number 38.
What's just maddening is Tubi has yet to call us.
That's unfortunate.
Shouldn't Tubi just be all over our shit right now? You know?
You would think.
There it is. What's going on? Welcome to the Ramble, the Geek's Guide to Pop Culture. We're the Geeks.
Sure.
I'm comedian Jerry Rocha. Right there we got. Right
comedian
there.
Eddie Pence.
Bam.
Yes.
This is Ramble Radio, our supplemental show that we do every Monday.
Yes.
Well, Tuesday and Friday. And this
Friday.
is Ramble Radio 473, Eddie. When I'm half watching the Cowboys get killed. Why do I give a shit? Houston isn't that fucking good.
Look,
the Cowboys suck.
You're at the point I was last year.
Just let him suck, right?
You have a lame duck coach.
Ooh, bad. You know he's gone.
And you have a team that is overpaid in certain positions and understaffed in others.
Yes.
Much similar to Washington last year.
Yeah.
So what you do here, you're sitting here at 3-6.
Yeah.
You need to hope this team just goes 3-14 or 4-13 and just get one of those
Shador
top
Sanders,
2 or 3
baby.
picks.
Shador Sanders, baby. Give me Shador.
You get a new head coach, new staff. You trade Dak Prescott to the Raiders for a haul of picks.
Dak, it was nice seeing you. You had a good run here. I ain't mad at you.
Rebuild the team.
Yeah.
Next year.
We're gonna have to get football talk going here for just a smidge on.
What's the point of
Ramble
winning
Radio.
right now for your
There's
Cowboys?
no point.
What's the point?
There's no point. None.
What's the point?
Nothing. Let me get football talk going real quick though.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
All-time Dallas Cowboy quarterbacks. You ready?
Okay.
You ready for this?
Okay.
Rodgers number 1.
Sure.
Just the legacy.
Sure.
Aikman's number 2. The fucking dynasty.
Yeah.
It's Danny White.
Danny White or Danucci?
Okay, great. Or Danucci. Dude, Danny White led him to. Yes, they didn't win any of those NFC Championship games, but you don't think Romo or fucking Dak wouldn't mind of going to an NFC Championship fucking game?
He got him farther than those two guys ever did.
3 times. Give me Danny White. Anyway, that's all right.
He also had Tony Dorsett in the backfield.
He did have Tony
time.
Dorsett.
So.
He did. He was and he still had a pretty kick-ass defense.
You had Tutal Jones. You still had some
Randy White. The Manster was still there.
You
still had some
of your legacy Cowboy players on those early 80s
and who
teams.
didn't really. They weren't over the hill yet either.
Not yet.
They didn't really suck. But this was like, Jesus Christ. Coop's going deep, and nothing. Okay.
Do you know the line on the game next week? The Commanders-Cowboys game.
It's got to be Commanders. They have to be favored by 72 points.
It's 10 points.
That's massive.
Which has me so nervous.
What are you nervous? It's the Cowboys.
You can't do a 10 point. You can't do a 10 point.
You can't be nervous about the Cowboys. Look.
I'm sorry. I'm just nervous whenever my team is like, 10 points. Yeah, I got it.
Buddy, you got this. Don't be.
No.
Look, let me tell you something funny. During this game, early in the game, the Texans had the ball in the red zone. And Joe Buck was like, it's going to be kind of tough. The Texans have been a bad red zone team. And I thought Troy Aikman was going to say, and he should have said, you're right, Joe, but the Cowboys fucking suck. So they're going to be fine. Aikman just wasted a golden opportunity. Well, you're absolutely right, Joe. But, hey, at least good news. The Cowboys fucking suck. He could have done that. Anyway, man, we got to talk some video gaming today.
Yes,
Eddie.
we do.
But you know what you got to do, though? Subscribe to the Ramble. 5-star rating. Positive text review. That's just 3. You get this shit for free. We're asking you to do 3 things that are
we don't want a TFP.
We don't want your
guys.
money.
We don't want a TFP.
We definitely don't want a TFP. And we don't want your money. We're not. You just heard our football talk. We could have put that behind the biggest paywall. The biggest. and people would have paid. People come to us for our football
Honestly,
expertise.
we could take that number 38th ranked nerd podcast on Good Pods and cash that in.
Right
but we
now,
haven't.
Money in the bank, but we're not doing it. Eddie, we are sitting on Mr. Football predictions that we just give for free. We just hand them out for free. Yeah. And remember what I hate to do this. Yeah. I know we got to talk video games, and we're gonna. But if you don't mind, the Kansas City Chiefs just lost their first game in like what?
Yeah,
50 weeks or something.
15. Yeah, 15 games. It's been like almost a year.
Right.
Since they lost their last game. Yeah.
What happened the day Patrick Mahomes got drafted? That's all. I'm not trying to toot my own Mr. Football horn, but do you mind just telling us where you were the day Patrick Mahomes got drafted and what happened? That's all. That's it. That's
it. I was. Let me see. What was that? That was 2017.
I think it was 2017.
I think I was at a Starbucks.
Yes.
And I had ordered
in the Valley.
Hot chocolate.
Were you in the Valley or were you in Hollywood?
I was in North Hollywood. There's one in there right off Hollywood Way.
That's right.
And I had ordered my normal hot chocolate and a snowman cookie that they used to have. They don't have them anymore now. They have penguin cookies.
By the way, can we just talk about how underrated Starbucks is with the hot chocolate? That's their best item. Sorry,
fucking killer,
best
man.
item.
It's their best item.
It's their best
by
item.
Far.
Sorry.
And I had ordered that, and I got, and they laid it there. They put the cup out. They go, Eddie. I go and pick up my cup, and you know it's always got that little sleeve, that little brown sleeve around the cup, right?
Yeah.
And so I was drinking my hot chocolate, or whatever. I got in the car, and I looked down, and there's just this piece of paper just sticking out of the sleeve between the cup, right like that, right there.
Yep. From
and
Mr. Football.
I was like, what? I was like, what's going on? And I open it up, and it simply just says, Josh Allen, 4th down run, Bills win.
Look at that. You didn't even know who Josh Allen was.
I didn't even know. I was like, I think he had just been drafted. I think the rookie quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. What's that mean?
What is that?
Bills win?
Bills win. There it is, Mr. Football.
And so I've literally been scouring games from that point to this point. I've been watching every Bills game.
Every Josh Allen game to see what the hell.
There was never a Josh Allen 4th down run where the Bills
Not like
won
that.
the game.
Not like that. There it was.
Until yesterday.
Mr. Football. And again,
Mr. Football.
What could we charge for that, Eddie? Jeez. But now, okay, so this was a hell of an intro to get here. But so I'm streaming game. To me, let's just preface it with this. To me, spooky season goes right up until like second week of December.
Okay. You blow past Thanksgiving.
Yeah, fuck that. It's all creepy. Okay. It's all creepy.
It's all creepy.
Shouldn't it be?
With how we murdered the Indians.
Come on. We tricked them. We slaughtered them.
We slaughtered them. We took that one Native American and he'd made him turn against his own people. I forgot what his name was.
What Trump is going to do to Latinos and Muslims is what we did, right? There it is.
Yes, what we did to the Native Americans.
Right, and that's so all spooky. So I said, because I try to play spooky games on my Retro Rocha streams. Shameless plug. Retro Rocha on Kick and Twitch, just my name on YouTube. Where the fuck have you been if you're a Rambler? And there's so many Ramblers that are on there. Join the party. Anyway.
All right.
Or we TFP you guys.
Right. Most weeknights at 8 p.m. Pacific time. So there we go. Okay. A little later for all you West Coast and Middle America folk. But anyway. So I've been playing some spooky games.
Sure.
And I just finished Resident Evil 2, which I've never played. I missed the boat and all that shit. Because I think we talked about this, Eddie. I was just a pure Nintendo guy. I was just Nintendo. And so I missed the boat on all these PlayStation 1 and 2 classics. And then so I finally played, and it was fucking great. And then someone's like, you should play Silent Hill 2. And I'm like, Silent, what's that? And I kind of heard about it. I remember, I read a book about this. This really good comic, great writer, great comic named Mike Drucker. Actually, we got to get him on. I got to try to get him on. He wrote a book about the game Silent Hill.
I met Mike. I did the 2010 Seattle International Comedy Competition with Mike Drucker.
Funny dude.
That's where I met Mike. Yeah, very funny dude.
Super funny dude.
We were both in that comedy competition together. Very funny guy.
Let me tell you this, too. One of the funniest follows on social media as well, Mike Drucker. And he had written a book about. I was like, well, I gotta check this out. A book about Silent Hill 2. I never even played the game, and it's a fantastic book. But I'm like, it got me interested. Like, I kind of want to play this. I want to try this. And someone had said,
Sure.
and I kind of forgot about wanting to play it till I believe it was Legion Norge, a listener extreme was like, hey, hold the fuck. I'm sorry, it's 4th and 2, Eddie. I have to.
Oh,
How do I?
Cowboys ball? Cowboys
Yeah,
ball?
because oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
What happened? What happened? What happened?
You Jesus fuck. Of course they blew it. Oh, flag! Hold on, flag.
Oh, they got life.
Wait a minute. There's life. Why do I want them to win? They just need
I don't
to
know.
fucking
I'm
suck.
telling you right now, I was in your shoes a year ago. Don't cheer for them to win.
Yeah. Oh, it was
You're
on
just
the
gonna
offense. It was on the offense.
You're
Okay.
just going to bring yourself heartache by
Right.
cheering for them to win because nothing can be done for
Because they ain't
this
gonna
year.
do shit this year anyway. So
You know the last thing you want to do is go 8 and 9. It's the last thing you want to
be the
do.
worst thing. You pick like 15th.
You don't want to do
Out
that.
of here.
You want 3 and 14. Trust me.
You want to ride Cooper Rush all the way.
Trust me. 3 and 14.
So Legion Norge was like, you should play Silent Hill 2. And I looked it up, and that game's like $10,000 fucking dollars. It's not, but it's like a $200 game, the original.
Ooh.
And I was like, well, maybe not. And it's PlayStation 2, so it's hard to find like a mod of it, or I don't do that
Yeah.
PC emulation shit. So I'm like, fuck, what? I'm toast. I can't. I'll never.
Right.
And
Never
then
again.
I didn't know that. Look at this shit right here. You ready for that? Bam, bam. Remade
PS5
from the ground
PS5
up
it.
for the PS5. Remade.
That's how
from
it's
the-
done. That's
and
how
so
it's done.
I started playing Silent Hill 2. Eddie, I'm just going to tell you this right now. If this story sticks it, which I don't see how it can, and thankfully, I don't remember Drucker talking about the ending of the game in the book, so it's going to be
Okay.
new for me. A
Good.
lot of things he talked about, like, oh, that's a Drucker. Oh, I remember. Okay, I remember Drucker talking about this, but I was like, I didn't get the ending spoiled. I don't remember the ending, but dude, if this sticks it, Eddie, top 5, top 10, top 5 all-time game for me.
Wow.
It's that
Wow.
fucking good. But look at the
Wow.
cover. So can I tell you the premise of the game?
Yeah, please.
This guy
The cover gives me nothing. The cover gives me nothing.
except just Hua looking sad, sad looking
Fucking
Hua.
Hua.
I'm always gonna thank Joe Pantoliano for his part in The Sopranos. For she was a Hua, he would always say. Why you so fucking mad, Tony? She was a Hua. But so we have, and so all right, this guy right here,
Right,
Johnny.
that guy right
Johnny.
Johnny
One
on the
day,
spot.
one day, this script is gonna sell as I sit here at Starbucks and write it for attention.
Right.
This right? Then that's
Yeah,
or
that
you
guy.
can already tell that's the look,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Absolutely.
So he gets a note from his Hua. And
Yeah.
that she tells him, I'm in the town of Silent Hill.
Okay.
So he's like, well, that's my wife. What the hell what?
What are you
And
doing in
so,
Silent Hill?
So
Being a
he goes to being a Hua. So he goes to find her. And
Right.
now here's something that you find out very fast, Eddie.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
this
yeah.
is where the game is like, wait, what?
What happened?
She's been dead for 3 years.
Ooh, okay. Dead Hua.
Dead Hua. Dead Hua. Now,
Zombie Hua.
what would you do if you had a fictional dead wife who 3 years
Sure.
after she died sent you a letter saying, hey, I'm in Silent Hill? I'm not going to look.
I'm not looking.
I'm
not
staying
looking.
home. And so here's what I'm wondering, and please don't spoil it for me. I think this dude did some heavy Me Too shit. And
Oh,
he's
big time.
he's basically going to the afterlife to be like, look, we're cool, right? You're not going to bring up what happened that night.
You're not gonna say anything, right? We're cool.
Yeah, remember,
okay? That's a long time ago.
We all had a lot to drink that Thanksgiving, right? Like, yeah, it's really anybody's fault like that.
You shouldn't have been wearing that. You know.
Dude, I'm thinking he did some dirty
You know how
shit.
I am.
Yeah, you know how I get. I'm thinking he did some dirty shit, and he's
Yeah.
going to try to keep. He's going to try
her
to give
quiet.
hush money to his dead wife.
Keep the Hua quiet.
So, but it's a fucking great game. It's so
Yeah.
it is creepy. As I made a video I'm going to post to my reels and YouTube and TikTok and all that. But dude, Eddie, there is a scene in it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of puzzles in the game where you got to solve and then
Sure.
you're trapped in rooms and you solve puzzles to get out.
It's escape room. It's a big giant escape room game.
Yeah, kind of, and that's a good. And then one of them, there's this apartment complex that you go into that has a clock, like an old grandfather clock, and you have to find the hands on it, right?
Right.
And all these apartment rooms are like empty and destroyed. It's creepy as fuck. Dude, I was walking around one apartment. This game got me so fucking fucked up and shook. I was walking around one of the apartments, and randomly in the game, I just hear, "Well, we're gonna find him." I'm just like, I was like, was that the game, or is someone in my apartment? It does really. It excels at doing good creepy shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, fuck. But then there's a scene. He goes into the bathroom of an apartment, and there's a toilet bowl that's nothing but sludge and shit.
Oh.
And part of it, you have to reach in.
Put your hand in?
And I'm just like, ah! Oh! It's, oof. That's where one of the hands on the clock is. It was
okay.
That again, he had to have done all
Some
kinds of dirty shit to her.
Shit.
He boinked her fucking underage sister. Something like this is
RFK Jr. level shit.
RFK Jr. level shit that he did. And that is it. Oh, so I stuck my hand in a bucket of shit.
She was asking for it, you know what I'm saying?
I stuck my hand in a bucket of shit.
But look, I didn't need to be vaccinated to stick my hand in.
Put this guy in charge of health. We're going to put him in charge of health. It was, but here's the thing, though, and I made another little clip about this, and I'll post. Can you see the town? How shitty it is?
Oh yeah, it looks very shitty.
It's everything's in fog, everything, and it hit me when I was playing it. I'm like, this is every red state town by September of 2025. Like, how are we not? Like, this is the every fucking red state city in 2025 September.
Once them tariffs hit,
it's gonna be looking like this motherfucker. Congratulations, dumbasses. That's what it's fucking. But anyway, play silent, dude. Does Colton do well with scary games?
I don't. He's never really played any.
Does he do well with digging his hand in a clogged toilet bowl covered in shit?
Well, that's where I keep his retainer, and he's got every night. I make him go and get his retainer in a toilet full of shit.
So what goes in first? Do you fill it with shit and then put the retainer and mix it in?
Oh yeah, I put it in and then I drop the log
retainer
on it.
in and then you drop the log.
No,
Okay.
I drop a log on top of it, so he's got to go through the log to get to the retainer.
You don't make it easy.
No,
this ain't. But you know what? The boy became a man. I mean, let's just
absolutely,
there it is.
Absolutely.
But holy shit, dude! Silent Hill 2 for the
Silent
PS5,
Hill 2, check it out.
The remake. I still have yet to come into the dead Hill, but it's fucking man, so good. And we will there. I don't know what we do have contractual.
We do. Okay.
Obligations.
All right.
Well, hey, you know what? Great Ramble Radio. Great job, gang.
Great, good stuff.
But now we have
contractual obligations. Skeletor. Jerry was talking about Silent Hill 2 being very creepy. Is there anything that it sort of creeps you out?
Eddie, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that you've asked me that. And there's only really one thing that, if anything, really truly scares me is women voting. Sickens me. It sickens me. It frightens me, and I don't want any part of it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of them having rights. I'm not a fan of them voting for rights. But guess what? The women vote is squashed at Eternia thanks to my voter suppression each and every election. You know what I do, Eddie? I trick them. And I tell them, oh no, you're a whore, and you want to vote? I send them to a labyrinth. It's a giant labyrinth, a labyrinth made of bushes, tall bushes like the movie The Shining, except it's about 75 times the size of that labyrinth in The Shining. Most women have yet to come out of it. A lot of dead whores, and it makes me happy. But that's what happens. Every voting time, like, I don't know, you ladies, you go in here, vote your heart.
Sure.
And of course, they never come out.
Right.
And you're wondering, well, my goodness, where would you keep a labyrinth that big? 75 times the size of the one from The Shining? Where would you keep something that big? I bet you're wondering. You can go ahead and say it. Go ahead and ask me.
Where?
He-Man's mother's pussy! Because it's so big. Oh, man. See what I like to do there? It's the old... I guess that's my fumble rooski. Just trick after trick after trick. The trick plays that the defense always falls for. Because I bet you wouldn't think. He's probably not going to say He-Man's mother's pussy. Why would he say that? No, I was. Because it's such a giant, voluminous pussy. That's what it is. You know, it's... And you know what's next to the voting maze?
What?
747 jumbo jets of mine. Because that's how big her pussy is.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Cinesnob, Cody.
Let's get him on Rotten Tomatoes.
We need that.
Please.
We need that.
Yeah,
we got to
we do
right
need
wrong.
that. He needs
gotta
that.
fix
We all
it.
need it.
We all need it. Eddie, working all the fine.
5 days a week, patreon.com, The Ralph Reports, Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio, Wednesdays, Ramble Proper, also on Fridays, Not Today with Jen Sturger.
You know they filmed the opening of the Racketeer in He-Man's mother's pussy? You know that scene where he's flying around? All that. You thought they were outside. Nope. Inside just a little smidge of her pussy. Alan Arkin is still in there.
All right. Did you already do your promotions, Eddie?
I did. I just did.
Yeah. Fuck. Jesus. You can find me in the same Ramble locations. You can find Eddie and Cody. I'm also, like I said, streaming games, Retro Rocha, Kick and Twitch, most nights of the week, 8 p.m. Pacific, Retro Rocha on Kick and Twitch, just my name on YouTube. Find us, love us, subscribe to The Ramble, 5-star rating, positive text review. Eddie and I have comedy hours out there in the wild. Go pick them up.
Yes,
go listen
we
to
do.
them. Stream them, all that good shit. If you hear it on Spotify, Sirius XM, send us a picture. We'd love that kind of good shit. The subscribing, all that, you know where to find us, you know where to love us. Tell a friend. I bet you have a friend who would love to geek out on the same shit we geek out about that you geek out about here with us. Let everybody know. We love you all. Stay safe out there. We'll be back tomorrow for a Ramble Proper.
Yeah.
So until then, we love you all. Stay safe and goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Ooh.
Oh,
That was the end. Now there's the...
I know. See, it kind of cycles. You know what I mean?
The end is the beginning.
The end is the end, is the beginning is the end. Is how I look at it.
How's the game looking now?
It is still 20-10.
What's how much time's left?
13 minutes. So regrettably, there's still a chance. And the Cowboys have the ball. Dude, if they score a touchdown on this drive, I'm going to be like, oh, maybe we could do it.
You don't want to do that.
I know.
You want to go 3-14. Trust me.
But okay, if you lose this game, if you let's say you were sensible and you ran the Cowboys, but you were sensible, right?
Right.
You rest all the starters if you lose this. Right?
Rest
You're done.
CeeDee Lamb. Yes.